Hello, here is my drama life. My name is Alexandrina Victoria, and I was born on May 24, 1819, at Kensington Palace in London. Only that. I'm the only daughter of Edward Augustus of Kent and Victoria of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld. But I have a half-sister and a half-brother. I was baptized privately on June 24, 1819, in the cupola room of Kensington Palace. When I was born, I was fifth in the order of succession. In front of me, my father Edward Augustus of Kent, the Prince Regent, Duke Frederick of York, and the Duke of Clarence, future William IV of the United Kingdom. In 1820, my grandfather and father both died, and the Duke of York died in 1827. I had a sad childhood. The Kensington system, based on a series of strict rules and protocols written by the Duchess and her ambitious officer John Conroy. What I hated about it. The system prevented me from meeting people that my mother and Conroy deemed undesirable and was designed to make me weak and dependent. As my uncles had no surviving children, I was elected to the throne only 1 month after my 18 years old, when Uncle William IV died on June 20, 1837. My first act as queen was to keep my mother and her minion from me. My crowning was held on June 28, 1838, and I became the first sovereign to reside at Buckingham Palace. I was helped in my political debut by Lord Melbourne, who I considered a second father. Since 1714, the King of the United Kingdom has also reigned over the Kingdom of Hanover. However, my accession to the throne put an end to this personal union because the Salic law excludes women from the succession to the throne of Hanover. What a measurement! My popularity dropped in 1839 because of Lord Melbourne's resignation. I wished to invite Sir Robert Peel from the government, but his customs were beyond me. Lord Melbourne returned to my request as Prime Minister. He remained so until August 1841. I asked Albert of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha to marry me on October 15, 1839, and we were married on February 10, 1840, in the Royal Chapel of St. James Palace in London. Oh, Prince Albert, my first love. He was extremely beautiful. His hair was the same color as mine. His eyes were big and blue, and he had a nice nose and a very soft mouth with beautiful teeth. But the charm of his capacity is his most delicious asset. He was so reasonable, so kind, and so kind, and so kind. We had 5 girls and 4 boys: Victoria, Edward VI, Alice, Alfred I, Helena, Louise, Arthur, Beatrice, and my favorite, Leopold. My 9 children married members of various European royal and noble families, which earned me the nickname Grandmother of Europe. Do you believe it? Later, my husband Albert played the role of counselor and the best. Many disapproved of my title I was therefore the victim of several attempts at attacks. Frankly, I don't understand why they wanted me so badly, but brief. The first of them on May 28, 1842, when John Francis tried to shoot me but was captured by police and convicted of high treason. The next day, that's what happens when someone wants to kill me. A little later, John William Bean, also trying to shoot me, say the Jones had hit against me. In 1849, I was the victim of another failed attack, then finally of another in 1850 by rubber plate. After that, there were no more such events, and thank God. During the Irish Great Famine, I was nicknamed the Famine Queen for offering 2,000 lives to help fight the famine. I also supported a Catholic seminary despite the opposition of English Protestants, but other than that, they were trying to kill me. I met King Louis Philippe I and became the first British sovereign to meet two reigning French sovereigns since Henry VIII of England and Francis I. On March 16, 1861, my mother Victoria of Saxe-Cobourg-Saalfeld died by my side. During the period of mourning, Albert supported me tremendously, but he died of typhoid on December 14, 1861. I was inconsolable and decided to wear black as a sign of mourning for the rest of my life. In his honor, I had the Albert Memorial and the Royal Albert Hall built in London. The monarchical cult reached its zenith first in 1887 during the Golden Jubilee, which celebrated my 50 years of reign, then in 1897 with the Diamond Jubilee for the 60th anniversary of my accession to the throne. There was then a second tributes, parades, associating the country and the empire. In front of these millions of testimonies of loyalty and attachment, I felt loved. On September 23, 1896, I became the longest reigning British monarch, surpassing the record held until then by George III of the United Kingdom. What pride! It was in July 19 that my son Alfred died, joining his brother and sister Leopold, Michael, and Alice. On January 22, 1901, I died at Osborne House, White Hart Lane, United Kingdom. My son Edward VII of the United Kingdom succeeded me.